In total, we now have 2 boys and a girl who are in detention accused of attempted in this case.
2 boys
But
and a girl.
the key suspect, you've seen again and again in that video, the boy with the is still out there somewhere. They're looking for him, and so is the. So the victim's mother says her entire family remains terrorized, afraid that this kid may try to silence.
23-year-old Kasia McCoy was found on the 4th floor of this northeast apartment building on Jameson Street near Fort Lincoln. Police say she was in the face. According to sources, McCoy is the sister of one of Baby K's alleged accomplices in the school bus attack.
It's crazy, and to know that this little boy is 14 years old, gang, is even wilder, bro.
These exotic boys, smoking exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic blocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Mula gang, what's the word? It's your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula. Mac coming back with another video. We finna flame that thunky up before we even get into it on phone on grade. I'm finna talk while I'm flaming that thunky up. What y'all on? It's your boy Mac Mula. I know that y'all said that. Obviously, this not the first thunky of the day. My can't talk. Listen, man. Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button, that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Check out Diary. You know what I'm saying? Diary is my clothing line. It should be on the screen right now. Y'all see it right there, man. Hardest in the universe. So y'all drop what y'all gonna drop, cop what y'all gonna cop. Do it how you do it. You feel me, ski? And yeah, make sure y'all check the rest of my channels out. The links are in the description. We finna jump into this vid on Funnel Grade. How y'all doing too on Funnel? Let me know how y'all doing. How y'all feeling? How y'all bumming on bro?
He is wreaking havoc.
He showed me a chain, took it right off and quit.
Family, we truly have a very sad situation we need to discuss. But not only for the victims, but for these 8th graders who are allegedly the perpetrators. We gotta stop past the nation capital, Washington, D.C. We got a D.C. rapper who's 15 and kids in the 8th grade carrying out hits. And the crazy thing is this. Can you believe 8th grade little girls is giving out drops that's causing people to lose their life? Apparently, later in the video, you'll later find out that an 8th grader female had gave a drop on a kid who was on the school bus who almost lost his life. But since that incident, family, more has developed. Like the title say that brought you here, family.
And I heard, for y'all that don't know, before we even get into it, because I know he gonna dive into it, this nigga, I didn't know he was a rapper though, but a minute ago, he like basically broke on a school bus and really tried to another 8th grader, gang. The only reason he didn't is because the kept jamming. You feel me? And then I think he like scrambled. Him and his homie end up getting up out of there or something. Or they whooped on the little boy and then got up out of there. But yeah, like I think his jam or something happened.
10-year-old suspect who's on a run for taking out the life of his co-defendant older sister. Only 2 days after the school bus incident. So as you can imagine, we got a lot to unpack.
I didn't know that part
before we go over this one, remember family, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Because of his age, authorities didn't release his name. But meet Baby K, a 15-year-old DC rapper. Less than 48 hours ago, authorities claim he had a connection with the 23-year-old young girl who lost her life in the hallway of an apartment complex. May she rest in peace. But before we go over that situation, let's briefly discuss Baby K and why he recently made headlines on the first day of May. As we mentioned, Baby K was a rapper. He was 15. He managed to have about 2 music videos on YouTube that have since been taken down. His most popular song was a song titled Dragon, which is a DC term for basically carrying them.
He said I was geeking like with that G26. Hold on. What you geeking for?
Now that song was just released 2 months ago. But only a month after shooting that music video, according to authorities, Baby K will be the one with the Goosebumps hoodie and also the firearm brandish on a school bus alongside 2 other teens ages 14 and 15 trying to take the life of another teen that was on the school bus on his way to school.
That's crazy.
And scary moments on board a Prince George's County school bus when 3 people got on that bus and pulled out a
And this comes at a time when there are heightened concerns about student safety region-wide. 7 News Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell live for us in Suitland. What a scary situation here, Brad. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, look, absolutely terrifying. This seems to be a straight-up targeted hit
on a middle school student.
what it
Fortunately,
was,
the gun didn't go off.
Exactly
I've been talking to some drivers here at this lot. They're telling me they are terrified.
I ain't gonna lie, gang. That happened at my son's school. He going to another school the next day. Transfer.
Late Monday afternoon on a bus carrying students home from the Prince George's County Alternative Middle School.
Oh, it's that just made that 34 times more stupid. So y'all letting random niggas on alternative school buses? Okay.
14-year-old boy attacked by 3 others, rushed aboard.
It makes sense now. Alternative
the
school
attack
kids
happening
is crazy.
here along Iverson Street. The bus pulling up, stopping. One girl gets off, but the 3 others jump on the bus and immediately pull out that.
Right.
This was an attempted.
Oh yeah.
Plain and simple. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah. Martin Diggs, head of the Bus Drivers Union, describes a ruthless attack.
Pulled the trigger 3 times, but for some reason, by the grace of God, didn't go off, and bullets flew out of the.
Multiple sources confirming the bus's onboard video system recording the whole thing. A point-blank attempt to shoot a middle schooler in the head, and when the gun didn't fire after 3 tries, physical beating before the attackers ran off.
Hold on, y'all. Before we get back into the video, because we finna get right back into it, I gotta tell y'all about the Mula membership. The Mula membership is a website that I started a few years ago. Since I started this website, I have been able to put on so many of y'all, and I want you to be the next person to get put on. I'm gonna give you instructional videos, step-by-step instructions. I'm literally giving you lessons out weekly, daily, for you to understand these different categories. We talking about business, financial literacy, credit, crypto, we talking about stocks, we talking about Amazon, we talking about drop shipping, we talking about YouTube. I'm literally giving you the gems to be a boss, the gems to be a successful entrepreneur in 2023. So this is all you have to do. Click the link in the description, sign up right now for the low price of $50 a month, bro. $50 a month. You're gonna get access to a one-on-one help with me. You're gonna get access to my group chats where my experts worldwide work around the clock, 24/7, to make sure you have the best stock and crypto call-outs. That means all you gotta do is buy the same stocks and cryptos that I'm buying and make some of all this bread. Very simple, very easy. On bro, okay, stop waiting, stop procrastinating. Click the first link in the description right now, especially if you want to be a boss. And if you dead serious, man, if you want to put that work in and get that money on, I'm talking about that easy money on, click that link in the description, shorty, right now, because we only got 2,000 spots, and I would hate to see you be missed out. Skate.
We are outraged as a district, horrified that this incident did occur.
Oscar Coleman is Associate Superintendent of Prince George's Schools.
Our priority remains providing a safe and orderly environment for our students, that is during school and also to and from school.
The head of the drivers union wants more security and says the driver and aide thought they were going to be killed.
They're terrified. The one driver doesn't want to come back to work. They're terrified. They don't even want to come out of the house.
So Prince George's County confirming the details as we reported them. They say this is an active investigation. As for the 14-year-old on that bus, we've not been able to learn anything about the extent of his injuries. In Upper Marlboro, Brad Bell, 7 News.
Thanks for.
Now stay with me, family, because 3 weeks later, the 2 teens other than Baby K was arrested alongside a female. And the girl was only 14 years old.
14 years old.
In the 8th grade. And unfortunately, the details wasn't shocking, but it was sad to say the least.
Told the little boy,
but let's set the record straight, family. If somebody making an attempt on your life like that in such gruesome fashion, you probably got a good idea who it is.
Right.
And the mother probably did as well, which led to authorities getting arrested. But the mom had this to say. The victim's mother said the teen girl set her son up by relaying messages about the location of the bus to the alleged attackers. The judge denied the girl bond.
So the girl is 14 years old and got no bond on the case. And nobody even got hurt. Which, rightfully so. You feel me? But it depends, though. I will say that. It do depend. Because she could have just been thinking they was going to whoop his ass. But this is why I be saying, telling girls, like, girls, stay in a girl's place. Because you will get wrapped up in this nigga shit, end up in jail like a nigga. You feel me? End up being a quote-unquote in the streets like a nigga doing this shit, simple shit, like telling this boy where this boy at. You feel me? Like all the way. I be telling girls all the time, like stay all the way in a girl place, like be a girl. Don't do no nigga shit.
Now, she was a minor, so her name not being disclosed to the public as well as the picture.
Right.
But she is being charged with first-degree M1.
This is really bizarre.
Yeah, very. A third teenager appeared in front of the judge today, charged in that attempted school bus. You can see it all going down in this video here, and the details are just really upsetting. These three boys appeared wearing masks and hoodies pulled over their heads. They got into a school bus in Oxon Hill. They pushed right on by the driver, went up to a middle schooler, put the to his chest and pulled the trigger 3 times. Thankfully, nothing happened because the jammed. The teenage girl who was in court today, however, was not in these photos, but prosecutors say that doesn't mean she isn't just as guilty.
And wait until you hear what's next. Scott Broom was in the courtroom today. He joins us now live. And Scott, you really got the sense from prosecutors today.
But I'm saying, if it's for everybody, if you're in an alternative school, why wouldn't you have a security guard or a police officer just sit in the front seat and just make sure nothing happened? That's all they gotta do. Make sure nobody fighting. Make sure nobody come on the bus. Make sure nobody get. You feel me? How hard is that? How much do you gotta pay one police officer, one security guard to sit right here for some kids? Cause I feel like if they would have looked and if they knew it was a police officer in there, they wouldn't have went in on that bus.
Young,
you feel me?
These teens were potentially, and how dangerous could have been.
Yes, generally here, the majority of the kids involved are 8th graders.
Right.
And this is very, very dangerous. Now, normally, hearings involving juveniles are not open to the public, but in this shocking case of attempted by children, the young teens are charged as adults. So with this surprise arrest over the weekend of a girl we were all completely unaware of, there is yet another hearing today that was open to the public, and what we're learning, again, is chilling. It was a hit squad style attack on a Prince George's County school bus caught on video. A boy with a tries to and kill a 14-year-old while 2 accomplices hold the victim down. Had the not jammed repeatedly, the victim would surely have died, investigators have said in court. And today in a Prince George's County courtroom, we learned the attack was allegedly orchestrated by an 8th grade girl who's accused of texting the attackers before they rushed the bus to let them know the victim was seated and the last rider left. The 14-year-old girl was arrested over the weekend and charged as an adult with attempted. Tense bailiffs in the courtroom watched to keep family members separated. The suspect's family begged for the girl to be released into home detention before trial. But arguments by attorneys revealed there are allegations of gang ties. And the victim's mother begged the judge not to let the girl go home, saying her family and the school bus driver would be terrorized that the girl could orchestrate another attack. She planned this out and she set it up to a T, the victim's mother said. Judge Byron Barriano ordered the girl held without bail in a juvenile facility, saying that home detention may keep her off the streets, but would not prevent her from planning more mayhem.
Exactly.
Prosecutor Aisha Brayboy reflected on how dangerous these suspects are alleged to be despite their young age.
Case, but we hear parents say, my child's a good child, that they weren't involved. I can't believe it, but believe it. It happens. Unfortunately, far too often in our communities, young people are making adult decisions that have adult consequences. My office has no choice but to pursue justice, and that's what we're going to do.
All right, here at WUSA 9, we are not naming any of the kids involved because they still have juvenile status.
Right.
In total, we now have 2 boys and a girl who are in detention accused of attempted in this case.
2 boys and a girl.
The key suspect, you've seen again and again in that video, the boy with the gun is still out there somewhere. They're looking for him, and so is the So the victim's mother says her entire family remains terrorized, afraid that this kid may try to silence or take some other action. So the case is still very much open, and a lot of fear about the danger these kids allegedly represent in the community. Reporting live at the Prince George's County Courthouse, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
You know, listening to the details here, I think a lot of the folks at home listen.
Didn't the nigga say that he a girl?
We're talking about teenagers.
He really did actually a girl?
And a 14-year-old girl.
I'm trying to get to that. What happened?
Baby K, the guy who actually had the firearm. But after doing the investigation, less than 48 hours ago, authorities will release information alleging that Baby K is responsible for one of the teens that's currently locked up, older sister, coming to her demise.
Oh, so he killed the girl. Bro, what? So the girl, he's saying that the girl that set the nigga on the bus up, the girl that was texting the rap nigga to come kill dude, she got locked up. So the one nigga that actually tried to kill him, the one with the gun, the one that pulled the trigger and it didn't work, yeah, that nigga, he went and killed her older sister because he was scared of her snitching. This little nigga crazy. This little nigga is crazy. And what they say they in DC? What it is? DC, right? Y'all can't find this 14-year-old little boy? Y'all
at this point, we really don't know which one of the teens' big sister it is because their age and the names hasn't been released.
Okay.
And you can assume that the reason, allegedly, this young lady may have lost her life, who we later going to discuss, may she rest in peace, is because she probably confronted Baby K about the incident on the school bus. But because Baby K is not arrested, we still don't know the true motive.
Right.
But if these allegations are true coming from authorities, can you imagine getting away by the grace of God, you're jamming and not getting the M1 for 2 days later you do it to a female at that?
Bro, nigga, what? You should have used that as a blessing, bro. You should have used that as a blessing. But a few days later, you go a female? Gang. You can get, I ain't gonna lie, bro, it is an attempted murder, and you feel me, but you have some type of second chance at life because nobody even got hurt. All you really did was beat somebody up. You can fight attempted murder. We ain't coming at the I just tried to scare him. I just tried to scare him. We just beat him up. The is fake. You can fight it. So you still have a chance at life, gang. You just your whole life up. It's over with now. You're smoked, toasted, done. You attempted and you did? Oh, yeah, this nigga threat to society. Yeah, lock his ass, charge him as an adult, give him 50 years.
May 3rd, 2023, Kaja McCoy had unfortunately lost her life while in the hallway of her apartment complex on the 3700 block of Jameson Street in Northeast at around 11:10 a.m. Authorities released a photo as well as her description with the $25,000 reward for information leading up to an arrest. Now, what authorities is alleging is correct, far that was her home, and that is the older sister of one of Baby K co-defendants who's currently locked up. Then it's a note that's why you need not to let everyone know where you live at.
That alleged attempted on a Prince George's County school bus. Police now say the person holding the gun was 15-year-old Baby K. He's wanted on attempted charges.
Yeah, we've been following this one since it happened on May 1st. Police say Baby K was one of 3 teens who tried to kill a student on that bus. Police already arrested 2 of those teens and a 14-year-old girl accused of planning the attack.
Casey Nolan is live at police headquarters in D.C. And Casey, you've now learned Baby K is also wanted for a separate crime in the district?
That's what we're hearing, Leslie. This already disturbing case, frankly, has now taken a tragic turn. What started on a Prince George's County school bus, sources tell us is now connected to the murder of a woman in D.C. that police here in D.C. are investigating. And WUSA 9 has also learned Baby K is suspected in a D.C. murder. 2 days after the attack on the school bus, 23-year-old Kaja McCoy was found on the 4th floor of this northeast apartment building on Jameson Street near Fort Lincoln. Police say she was in the face. According to sources, McCoy is the sister of one of Baby K's alleged accomplices in the school bus attack.
It's crazy, and to know that this little boy is 14 years old, gang, is even wilder, bro.
So far, an MPD spokesperson will only say the case remains under active investigation. Now, police have not given Baby K's real name, presumably because he is just 15, but he and the other teens accused in that bus attack are all facing charges as adults. We were unable to reach any family members of the woman who was murdered here in D.C., but Leslie, we will still keep asking questions about her case.
Bro, D.C. crazy.
Stressing, Casey, every twist, every turn, and just thinking about crime involving teens against other teens, and now this latest piece of information. It is devastating. All right, we know we'll continue to follow this.
Now, as more develop, I'll make sure I keep you guys updated if and when Baby K is arrested. But family, we do want to say once again, rest in peace to the victim and love and condolences to her family.
Rest in peace to the victim for sure. Y'all better get that little boy. This little boy right here, where he at? The one they was trying to, y'all better get that little boy the on, man. From the grave. Boo that nigga to the other coast. somewhere in Arizona, man.